Sup everybody, the rules here, and today I'm gonna talk about prostitution. Alright? Yes, prostitution do make a lot of money. I agree with that. Even fucking cheap crack whores. Because if to think about it, okay, this fucking cheap crack whores, they're fucking like for 20 minutes, half an hour, for an hour, and they're getting 20 to 30 bucks for the next guy. Now think about that. Regular workers, people who work in cafeteria, people who work for, simple jobs, servers, whatever. They're making like 8, 11, $10 an hour, Warehouse work can make like $9, $10 an hour. So basically these bitches out there for fucking sucking dicks and spreading their legs, getting, even crack whores, cheap crack whores, getting at least 3-4 times more than like regular workers who work their asses off in order to get money on like entry-level jobs. And the job, it's like in cafeteria, it's much harder because you need to put up with customers, you need to listen to your boss and shit. And there, you just need to come to somebody's place, suck a good dick, and do whatever the man tells you to. So he's gonna give you money, you can get to your next guy, or you can get to buy some shit for your fucking kids, or whatever the heck. But if you're gonna talking about elite prostitutes, they cost at least couple $100, and they're making really good money. But here is the thing though, that some prostitutes, they can have pimps, and pimps can abuse them, beat them, and treat them like shit, and take most of the money away from them. And this is where problem with prostitution comes from. And that's why some people think that prostitution should be illegal. Because prostitutes have pimps, and pimps can abuse them, beat them, and treat them like less than humans and take all the money away from them. And here's what I think about it. I think that prostitution should be legalized, but sex trafficking is bad because I think that prostitutes should make money for themselves and they should be taxed, and prostitution should be like workers of sex industry. So what should happen, that prostitute should work for themselves, they should pay taxes like all other workers, they should be clean, they should go to the checkups and stuff. And I'm not only talking about female prostitutes, I'm also talking about male prostitutes as well. Because in my opinion, what's the function of a prostitute, whether male or female? The function of a prostitute to please people who cannot get their sexual desires fulfilled otherwise. And the reasons can be various. From being ugly as fuck, from being socially awkward, to the person who just don't want to put up with bitches or don't want to put up with motherfuckers, who just don't want to commit to anything, who just want to do their own shit, and who doesn't want to be enslaved by a relationship, So if you don't want to be enslaved by a relationship, but you want to get sexual pleasure, prostitution is the way to go, because why people should be restricted? If you want to get some piece of ass, if you cannot get it just like this, if you need to do what you're gonna do. If you have to pay for it, it's okay. I don't look down on prostitutes, I don't look down on juggalos. I just look at them as helpers, They're basically helping the people who cannot or not willing to satisfy themselves sexually in another ways. That's it. That's all they're doing. And there is nothing wrong with it. There is nothing wrong with paying for sex, I think it should be accessible. It's the same thing, if you going to the store, okay? You're going to the store, you need to buy some shit for yourself. You buy an iPad, buy products, right? You have an access to it. The same thing should be with women or with men, If you want to get some piece of ass, and if you don't want to put up with woman because she's a fucking bitch, or you don't want to commit to her, whatever, you always should have an option to buy woman. The same thing for woman. If woman is ugly and fat, and no man is attracted to her, and every man turns her away, woman also should have a choice to satisfy her sexual desires and pay for the juggler. Yes, there is the thing that people in sex industry, they probably have no desire to have sex for money. Prostitution is a job. It's a job, it's a business, that's it. And it should be legal business. It should be treated like a business. It shouldn't be treated like something looked down upon. I know that there are a lot of Christians or some other people will say that prostitution puts women down, if you're selling yourself for sex, because this is not a real love. Well, I know it is not, but I mean, it still serves the purpose. Sometimes people, they just don't know, okay? They just interested how it is to have sex, what it is to have sex, okay? They just want to have that experience. And sometimes relationships, they're a pain in the ass, and people want shortcuts. So this is shortcuts right there. And this is life experience too, I think, because if you're gonna go for prostitution before you get into the relationship, it's okay, because at least you will know how sex feels like. And then later on you may get into a relationship, and then you can compare what's the difference between having sex with a prostitute versus having sex with your girlfriend, okay? I hate this agenda of all the Christian, all these religious motherfuckers who think that sex before marriage is wrong. No, there's nothing wrong with it. You just need to be careful. You just need to understand that, okay, if I don't wear protection, I can get the woman pregnant, and that's gonna be a trouble. It's one thing. Another thing, you should be careful what you're doing, and she should be careful. But it doesn't mean that you shouldn't satisfy your desires. It doesn't mean that you should sacrifice your desires. No, you should not. You just need to think like this. Okay, I want this, I'm gonna get it. I want sex, I'm gonna have sex, I'm gonna get it. But I realize that I need to be careful, that I need to be cautious, that I don't want to put women in trouble. I don't want to be a father because I'm not ready for it, whatever. And I'm gonna take every precautions possible. Yes, that's a risk, but guess what? Life is a risk. When you're going down the street, the brick can fall on your head. When you're driving a car, there is a chance that there is some jerk out there who doesn't know how to drive, gonna fuck you up and you're gonna get into the accident. Yet you still go drive a car. The same thing with women, the same thing with sex. If you're gonna get some piece of ass, go for it, that's it. But remember that you need to be careful if you don't want to have kids. That's it. You just need to be smart about what you're doing. Again, prostitution should be legal for both males and females. That's it. That's all I think about it. And the stigma about prostitution, fuck that stigma. It's all bullshit. This is what society tells people to do. But you know what, people? You should have their own brains. And my brain tells me something different. My brain tells me that there is nothing wrong with the prostitution. And the only thing that's wrong with the prostitution is abuse of this woman. That's it. Rather than that, it's all good. That's all I'm gonna say. Also, leave a comment or video response if you feel like it. And we'll discuss the issue. All the best to you guys. Peace out. Later.